Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the ways in which I can change my lesson plan for my final project in 3 ways to make it more communicative. Uh, so here's my lesson plan, and I have a lot of activities on here. I have a travel disasters story and picture worksheet. I have a fill in the gaps. I have summer break in the US. It's also, I think, a fill in the gaps worksheet. Yeah. A travel disasters page 2. So I think it's the worksheet above where they do something else with it. They write sentences. So there's just a lot of, which if I go over here, there's just a lot of worksheets. Here's the answer key for the one. Oops, I'm so sorry, I'm not sure what I just did. I think I just got a little carried away. Okay, I hope you can't hear the 14-year-old in the background that I nanny screaming at his video games. I told him to keep it down for the next few minutes, but we'll see. So I apologize ahead of time if you can hear him screaming. Okay, so yeah, the story, the pictures worksheet, right? They put it in the correct order and then they write sentences describing what happened. That's great. But then I go on to a fill in the gaps. And then I go on to another fill in the gaps. I think that's it. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much all they're doing is working on some kind of a worksheet. Whether they're working together in or in groups or in pairs, they're still doing worksheets the entire time. So taking your feedback that you gave me and then taking a really good look at this and communicative language teaching, I missed it. I absolutely see where I missed it. I missed it big time. The task principle of communicative language teaching. It has to do with meaningful tasks that promote learning. How are these worksheets meaningful? Okay, well, it teaches them how to fill out worksheets. Congratulations, but that's not helping them in the real world. Also, I'm just going to go up here to like my materials so we can maybe look at that. Also, the communicative principle of CLT, it has to do with real communication. Well, with these activities, these materials that I'm presenting to them and the stuff that I'm doing with them, they're really not getting a whole lot of real communication. I think there's a part in one of these where, I have them talk about disasters, travel disasters, bad things that have happened to them while they're traveling. That's great, but how much speaking are they actually getting besides almost rehearsed speaking, what's on the worksheet? They're not really getting a whole lot of practice with real communication. Also, I have 0 authentic materials. So I think you guys call it Railia, I think. So yeah, authentic materials. I have 0 in here. Everything is teacher made. So I would incorporate, I'm going to change obviously my lesson plan, and I'm going to incorporate travel brochures. I'm going to end up taking out probably all 3 of these. And instead I'm going to put in travel brochures that they look at, and then they turn around and they have to then design their own and then present it. So you had also said that I was missing, as far as the 3 Ps in TESOL methodology, I was missing the production, the produce, the last P, which I have a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of controlled practice. I think I even said it when I was describing what I was doing in all of these. Controlled practice. Controlled practice, I think, says it down here. Anyways, I have a ton of, I'm sorry, he just screamed. I apologize. ton of controlled practice, but no produce. Okay, nothing where I set them free to do their own almost investigation and use of what I've just taught them. The students need to, so what I need to do is include the produce by making sure that the students use the phrasal verbs in a context, in some kind of an activity that I really don't assist at all, and that would be something like designing and making their own travel brochures. So that's where I'm going to change that. And then, of course, my objectives will also have to be corrected. Okay, so I think that's it, and I hope I got everything, and I am so sorry about him screaming. He's definitely going to get in trouble for that one. Okay, thank you.